Rams kicker approaches, kicks it off, and here we go from Los Angeles. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. A huge play there right off the bat. Give him 52 yards on the ground.
I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to go full split. There she is. I'm about to come again.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
We'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On 1st down, it's Goff. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, 48 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
All the Dragon Balls and shit. Fucking large as a small.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Watson. He's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. To try again after the sack. Watson, he finds Hopkins complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. These two teams all tied after one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and the ball is out. Watson lost it. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
55, hey, team 6, team 6.
Out of the gun, Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. All right, CD, let's take a step back. Look at the AFC playoff picture with just 3 weeks to go. Hard to believe. Essentially, I think it's 7 teams for 6 spots right now. The Ravens are in, looking good for the number 1 seed at 11-2, essentially with a 2-game lead over the 10-3 Pats, who they beat in Week 9. Then what we got? Chiefs in the West leading right now. Texans currently ahead in the AFC South. How about that wild card picture?
Yeah, how about Buffalo? They had a tough loss at home to Baltimore, but boy, they're playing awfully well. And guess what? They go to New England next week. That game could have big ramifications. And the Steelers, how are they 8-5 on their 3rd, maybe essentially 4th quarterback of the year since they traded?
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. Now, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone.
Let's go!
Rams. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Back to throw, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw on 3rd down. Watson flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 48 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check three. Greystone, travel. Hey, kill.
Now gone. And Woods has it complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Hey, exit. Value three. 14.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback.
Gurley! In there, Gurley!
This one in for a
Let's
Rams
go!
touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of something?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know the joke, and otherwise, just don't do it.
Into the end zone, touchdown Rams. Todd Gurley, 32. Reception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
I'm busting his ass, Randy. I'm really busting his ass. It's revenge time. It's revenge season.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own. But oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans cut into that lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
You ain't doing nothing today. DC. Here we go. 76. 76.
I think I got Cooper Kupp.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, 38 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zuerlein now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
After the sack on first down, Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 41 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. Well, yes, that's his third touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Bravo. 2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Cornell, hey, lift.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
It's a partner. Hey, check right, check. Hey, Wahoo. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Maverick. Check. Watch out.
Here we go. It's Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. This is Brown on the carry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Topper! Ric Flair! Kill! Harbaugh! 36!
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. And that is incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Fuller.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
I knew what he about to do. He got to hold the hype for a bit. So I can't leave him.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Watson. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Buying time to his left. Completes it to Miller. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Watson to the goal line. line, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. But it'll be second and goal. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Watson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game. When a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better.